Good morning, 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 good morning. Good morning, everybody, and thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is so good to be here with you guys this morning. It is so good, it is so good, it is so good. First and foremost, definitely got to thank God for all that He has done. I caught my flight today out to mind my black business. Oh, I'm so thankful. I also had the opportunity to get a bomb nap when I got in yesterday to my destination. God is good. God is real. God is faithful. And for that reason, I'm glad that I was able to tune in another morning with you guys and for my show. And just for everybody who have served their purpose and helping me to get where I am today. I am thankful for you. I am thankful for the new opportunities in my life. I say, and can I get an amen? Amen. Moving forward, so definitely want to provide an overview. But before I do, I always got to let everybody know who I am. I am Marisha LaShay, the host of this awesome show. And the breakfast show came about when I decided to engage in activity with my father in regards to us being able to achieve our goals and our aspirations. We used to get it at 3 a.m. And in our meeting at the early bird of 3 a.m., we will come up with some bomb ideas and productive things to do. And a part of my productivity was being able to ask thought provoking questions, which later turned into the breakfast show because I began to, take it serious after I was encouraged to actually do it by my dad. So after I managed to kind of get like the whole little outline of what would I say and what would I talk about and how would this show flow, then that's when the breakfast show came about. We decided that it would show in the months that have 30 days. So that is November, April, June, and September. Those are the 4 months out of the year that have 30 days. So that's what made it unique because it's not an everyday thing. So, I continue because this allows me to use my gift of gab to inspire, to motivate, and to encourage others in similar situations using real world topics so they will be able to have a platform to share their thoughts and feel comfortable. So, with that being said, I definitely got to go ahead and do some little celebrating because it is my second year in the podcast business. It is. And it is also my fifth season of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. Man, I have come so far. If I would have stopped doing the first season, I would not be here today. If I would have stopped doing the second season, I would not be here today. If I would have stopped at the third season, I would not be here today. And so forth. The fourth season, and so forth. I have decided with the fourth season to extend, which made it longer if you were wondering for the previous season, which I just plan to keep doing the same technique of extending the season instead of just having to drop a new season every 30 days. I just double up on the days that I for the season. All right, you guys. So with that being said, today is day 23 of the breakfast show with Marisha LaShay. Man, we have been in this thing daily. Whether I felt like it or not, I still committed to doing it, and that's what I have been doing, regardless. And I always love to do a countdown. We have exactly 7 days, 1 week, until the breakfast show makes its exit, okay, which will be at November 30th. And then we'll come back full swing in April with some more good things. But in between, while I'm taking a moment to breathe from the breakfast show, I will be working on other projects and collaborations and things. So be on the lookout for those things that are forthcoming sooner than later. All right, for the next part of the show, I need you guys to go ahead and do your mental check-ins with yourself. When you're doing a mental check-in, you are checking in to see how you are feeling on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being the worst day of your life and 10 being the best day of your life. Can I be below or above the scale? Absolutely. So with that being said, I'm checking in this morning and I'm on 1,000 because, oh my goodness, you guys. I was just excited just to be able to break away from Chicago. My goodness. I hadn't been on a plane since last month when I came for homecoming. So it's good to be here in Georgia. You can always know when you're flying in from your home, away from home. And that's what kind of vibe that I have going on right now with me. I'm just happy right now. I'm in a happy place. I'm in a happy mode. I'm going to get some work done on my 5-day break from school and work. I'm going to make sure that my stuff is in order for what I need to do and how I need to do what I need to do. So, with that being said, please feel free to drop those numbers on how you're feeling. And if you feel like you don't want to share, that is okay, but just checking in with yourself is that moment, that mindful moment of just knowing where you stand. All right, so moving on, we have did the mental check-in. Now we're going to move on and segue into, excuse me, our message for today. The question is not necessarily a question, just a title of the message. No RIP for me. There's no reimbursement in parenting, only investments. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that title again. No RIP for me. There is no reimbursement in parenting, only investments. So when I say RIP, it stands for something. It's not resting in peace. It's reimbursement in parenting. I took the RIP and spent it. Well, God gave it to me, and I wanted to go ahead and share with you all because this particular topic just kind of rung in my head because I have commonly dealt with this and I have wrestled with this as a parent. So I want to go ahead and just go ahead and get this off my chest and just kind of, talk to the people, talk to you all for a moment. Parents, listen up and listen good. Today, I want to talk to my parents, my guardian, or whomever is in charge of a minor. This is our special moment to shed light on our motives and our roles as parents. Okay? First and foremost, we have been walking in authority because as a parent, it is an ordained position. God has granted us the authority to preside in this role, so we are held to a higher standard and a moral code, morally. Okay? So, if you're wondering what I mean by that, what I mean by that is God chose you. God chose you to be a parent. He allowed that egg to connect to that sperm in the midst of what that situation was, regardless how it happened, regardless if that adoption went through, regardless. You are a parent, you are a guardian. Regardless if you taking care of your sister kids, your friend kids, it was in the will for you. Whatever the reason or the situation is to unique to you. My first thing is that I want you to know God sees you where others don't see you. And you believe the unforeseen is going unseen, and it's not. If you were given some money for your child and then you use that money and you don't use that money for your child, you use it for something else. What's really going on? Becomes the question. Because furthermore, take it from your child financially and justify it. Let me know something. Is that the truth? You justifying your wrongdoing is not okay. Well, I spend my money, so it's only right I can get my reimbursement. Hold on. Pause for the cause. Don't you think that you would have still been coming out of pocket regardless if they gave you this money in regards to the particular need that child needed? Buying shoes, clothes, all of that. As a parent, you don't get to pick and choose when you parent. Especially on the financial sector. You are not taking from your child. You are not doing that. Since when? Who told you that? I'm not saying as a parent, okay, y'all can't go half on certain circumstances, but your job as a parent is to have the plan together. in the sector in regards to financial being, you are not getting a reimbursement. This is not you been in an organization and you pay for something that you need to be reimbursed for. No. No. It's going back to my whole mindset of this is an ordained position. Evidently, if it's an ordained position, everything that you're putting into this child is considered an investment. My time was invested in this child. I worked hard to raise this child. I work hard to work on their different routines and rituals with them by teaching them every day and working with them. I work hard by getting up out of my seat. It's a sacrifice. When parenting, there are a couple things that you need to realize and that you need to know. And first and foremost, you are investing your time. You are investing your time to make sure that you are creating an environment that is conducive to them where they will not need therapy from their childhood because of the trauma that you have exposed them to. Okay? With their routines and their rituals, especially when they're at that foundational age. That is time that needs to be invested in order for you to be able to get a return on the back end. And what I mean by return on your investment, meaning that they're going out into society being a successful individual, not only for themselves, because what you have instilled in them. You have invested time. You have invested money to provide them with the gateway and the exposure to the educational aspect and the recreational programs of making them a well-rounded individual. So we're focusing on the educational. We're focusing on the enrichment and the recreational. To make them a well-rounded, well-versed, you're paying, at that point, you're paying for the experience. Okay? You're paying for the experience. You're paying for the interaction of other people to get the diversity. The diversity in different environments. So, as I stated before, you invested your time in routines, rituals, different procedures. Okay? You have invested your money. You have also vested in them emotionally. You're building, you have been the vehicle for their emotions to carry them. In those moments when your child was sad, when your child was feeling low to the floor, and what did you do? You picked them up and you carried them. You molded your child. You were the emotional vehicle of teaching them how to deal with their emotions, how to advocate for them when they are in these particular situations. You have been a vehicle to carry them emotionally. You have been a vehicle to carry them spiritually. You have been a vehicle of carrying them mentally and financially in all of those four sectors. You are your child's first everything. You're their first teacher. You know, everything that when it comes down to parenting starts at home. As I stated, it's an investment. If you are investing that time for that education and they still fall short of the glory somewhere, do not beat yourself up. But what I'm saying is parenting is not just about money, collecting a check. When your child wins that scholarship is for them. This is not for you to cash in and have your hand out talking about what you did for me. This is not that. This is not you reminding me of what you did as if you are a bill collector. Absolutely not. It is for you as a parent to acknowledge that your child is getting ready to go through different phases in their life, and you do not stop parenting them at 18. So let's stop with that and throwing them out of your house. Now, what you do is your business, but it's not conducive because you're sending another lost soul out there. They're not grown at 18. They still have teen on the back of their age. They're not grown. They don't have their money together. When your children are going through different hardships and you can't help them, what's up with you? What's up with you? Because we all going through life, but at the same time, as a parent, you're standing firm and you're being able to be that vehicle to carry them, to come and be the umbrella during their rainy day. Because God needs to position you. God has positioned you. But now it comes down to your decision making. Nobody told you to have this child, but God chose you. Nobody chose you to have this child. Nobody told you that when you were sitting up there doing what you were doing in that room, or wherever that you conceived this child, or wherever that you made the decision in your mind to adopt, and you ain't doing right by that child. It's falling on you, right or wrong. Right or wrong. Everything that you're doing, your time is invested, your money is invested, your energy is invested. But it ain't gonna never stop rocking now, because you're gonna continue to be that parent to the end. If something is going on, I need my son to call me. Yeah, sometimes I'm mad and I'm disappointed in his behavior. Yeah, I say things that I know that I'm not supposed to say, but then I know I have to correct myself. Yes, I curse. I'm the cursing parent. I never wanted to do that rough parenting or, damaging my child by the voice that they hear inside their head when it comes down to me. No, not at all. But this boy knows that I love him. And we have to show our kids what positive love is. And we have to show them what gentle parenting is. What happens when you're not listening to me? I'm not going to sit up here and play this over and over and sound like a broken record. Because you need to get your act together. And you have to make them understand that by being a woman or man of your word and showing that action and coming up with different interventions to help them with their behavior. It's not always 1, 2, 3, get the whoop and get the belt. 1, 2, 3, let me throw something at you. This is not about us damaging our overall child. Remember, there's no reimbursement in parenting. No reimbursement of money, which can definitely be a big situation, or why parents fall out with their adult kids, because the children have not left out or forgot what you did to them as related to the financial standpoint, or when you was not there, or when you was not present. You're going to invest financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above when it relates down to having this child. So I want my parents to understand and to stand firm and to be honest with themselves and stand in their truth. I'm not taking money from my child. I am going to be able to help them and support them as the best way that I know how. And if I don't, it is my job to find what they need, because they need it. So with that being said, I'm getting up out of here, you guys. I hope that you guys understood the message. RIP, no reimbursement in parenting. So get the notion out your head. Get out of your head. 2 things. I need to expand my listening base, and I need your support. Please hit that link down in the profile. You can give me a favor, like, share, comment. And second, I need to continuously to keep growing on a global level in different countries. I'm currently in 7 countries. Please help me to achieve that goal by telling your international friends and family members who live internationally to check me out. Give me a little bit of their time. So with your support, I can help make sure that those goals come true, and that I'm going to still be working on them, if not achieved by the end of the year, but I will continuously to keep working at them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you guys for listening. You guys have an awesome Wednesday. Bye.